Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. How to confuse a scammer. Ladies and gentlemen, take a comfy seat, get out some snacks, but, what can I say, eat them with caution, because Denise confused Jerry Williams. It wasn't hard. Hey, how's it going? Are you confusing me with someone else? How's what going? Don't get you! I mean, how are you? And wid, which he spelt with an uppercase W-Y-D, if you're looking at the screen. Who is Wid? You're definitely confusing me with someone else. What are you up to? He said, replying to who is Wid. How? Oh, FGS, I don't know anyone called Wid. I don't know why you asked me how's it going. How's what going? And what do you think I've been doing? LOL. Ah, you've realised you've confused me with someone else. And who is that I've confused you with? How on earth would I know? Someone who you think's been doing something that you wanted to know about. And someone who has a husband/partner called Wid. Sorry if I've chosen the wrong one my way. I don't know what that means. Where are you located? I'm in Guildford. Where do your friends live? Williams from Los Angeles. Is he? Denise. And he's called Wid for short. Los Angeles, Berlin and Toronto. Wid means what are you doing? Then I'm definitely not one of them. I've never been to any of those places. I'm not understanding what you mean. Okay. Are you single or married, by the way? I'm a widow. What does that have to do with the price of fish? Meaning? Obviously, I said that because I knew he wouldn't know what it meant. Meaning? What has my marital status got to do with what your friends are or aren't doing? So tell me, how was your day going? How's the weather treating where you are? Do you mind keeping in touch so we can know more about ourselves? And he sent 2 photographs of a man. I'm sorry, said Denise, I forgot to post the daily update. In reply to him saying, how's the weather treating where you are? I've just done it now, because Denise has taken to posting daily updates from the BBC on the weather in Guildford, when I remember. Oh yes, she said in reply to him saying, do you mind keeping in touch? I'm so enjoying our little chat. Care to exchange some couple of pics? Glad to read and hear that. If you give me your address, I'll post some to you. Address? How? Send it through here. By typing it. I have one of those digital cameras. My grandson prints my photos for me. LIE, said our man, beginning to realise that maybe all wasn't what it seemed. Pardon? He's called Benji. Okay. Are you going to give me your address? Where do you live? Los Angeles? Nope. I want you to take a pic and send it here where we're chatting. Hope you understand. I told you, I have a digital camera and my grandson prints my photos. I hope you understand. Okay, I understand, but I can't give out my address just like that. Sorry. I'm cool with that. Never mind about sending pics through my address. Okay, I won't. Hope we can continue chatting. I don't see why not. I'm not sure that not sending my photos makes a difference. Where do you live? Do you live alone? What do you do for a living? In reply to him asking where do you live, she said, I already told you. I'm retired. I was an accountant and ran my own business with my late husband. We did accounts for small businesses and individuals. What do you do? This is an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen, if you can make sense of it. I'm a sergeant here in Syria, and also a leader of 216 men out here. We get to deal with anything on the trucks here and drive men to the field for the patrol to do our best to keep people around here safe. Have you ever communicated or dated with any military men overseas before? What? That's just weird. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's a weird question to randomly ask. LOL. Have you ever communicated or dated with any account of women overseas before? That didn't answer my question, LOL. How old are you? It's none of your business who I communicate with. Now answer my question, please, as you think it's an appropriate question to ask. LIE. He tried again. That person again, are you going to tell me who they are? Who? I assume they live in LA. No, FGS, you keep telling me about LIE. Who is he or she? How long have you been... Window? Typing mistakes, sorry, he said, in reply to her saying he kept telling her about LIE. And in reply to him asking, how long have you been a window? She said, ever since I developed a pain, P-A-N-E, in my shoulder. Nobody. he said in reply to her asking who Ally was. Oh, I thought that was who you meant to send your original message to. And how's things or life where you are? What on earth does that mean? Tell me how's things or life where you are, then I'll know what you mean. I think I'm having a problem with my keyboard. I mean, how's things with you? I guess that's one way of describing your brainless pal, said Denise, who by now had decided she was talking to two people. I think we already agreed that I'm not the person you originally meant to talk to, she said in reply to him saying, I mean, how's things with you? So you'd need to go and ask them, whoever he or she is, stroke her. I've been single for 4 years now, he declared. I'm single, but looking for an LTR with an honest, happy stud is always an option. I like to share dreams and aspirations. I have absolutely no idea what that means. I've never been described as an honest, happy stud. I'm female. Are you gay? Nope. I would like to settle down with an honest, loyal woman with whom we could share our life and dreams, goals and aspirations. I'm kind and honest. I would like to spend the rest of my days with a dependable woman who could be there for each other. Oh, you're bi, she said. You'll settle for a woman or a stud. I see. No judgment. Mistake! Typo! I've been wanting to find some special someone I could open my heart. I've been feeling alone sometimes, since I'm not with anyone. But here is hard to meet real people, but I hope someday I will find someone for me. What about you? I haven't thought about it. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Would you like to keep in touch and continue to get to know each other more, to see where it can lead us to? I will be glad to get to know each other better. Oh, yes. I'm enjoying our little chat. Ha ha! Sound funny? Oh dear, aren't I supposed to enjoy talking to you? Never mind, I must be getting old. Maybe you're just depressing and boring to talk to, I don't know. Well, I want to know more about you, and how big is the family? I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. Oh no, he said, in reply to her saying maybe he was just depressing and boring to talk to. I'm cool with chatting with you. That's amazing! Any more? As one word, question mark. It's still amazing, nothing changed. We have to communicate often and tell each other about ourselves, our likes and dislikes. Then in brackets, favourite food, drink, and etc. Do we? Why do we have to do that? Is that some new law that I don't know about? I've been married before, he declared randomly. Congratulations. Ah, no, he said in reply to her saying, was it some new law that he didn't know about? Just trying to know more about you. I'm an adventurous person. I like nature too. I go hunting and fishing sometimes because I learned it from my dad. I can cook. You're going to love this one, guys. You might want to swallow if you're eating. I can cook. A good cook too. Sometimes I go to the kitchen to prepare food. I like Italian foods. I do like burgers, pizza, rice, sandwiches, fries, candies and chocolates. A real gourmet cook, every woman's dream man. And in reply to him saying, I like nature too, I go hunting, she said, you're a nature lover, but you like killing it. Explain how that works. And in reply to his list of gourmet foods, she said, a load of junk food. So you aren't a good cook, you just cook junk. I like all colours, he randomly declared, but my favourites are blue, purple, and sometimes I prefer red, and the uniform colour, in brackets, adventure time. What on earth is the uniform colour brackets adventure time? Asked Denise. I did look that up. Adventure time seems to be a colour palette, possibly used by artists. I wasn't quite sure what I was reading, to be fair. Maybe someone can explain in the comments for me. I'm a creative person, a countryman, open to new things in life, like treating people nicely. I have many interests, hobbies and passions. I like to go to public places, such as art exhibitions, museums, theatres and cinemas. I like evening walks. I enjoy dancing and aerobics. I'm creative because I can write poetry. I like nature and animals. Do you just like talking to yourself and ignoring what I'm saying? And in reply to her asking, what on earth is the uniform colour adventure time? He said, Army uniform. And I'm still waiting for you to explain how I like nature animals works with you killing them. Do you have a different colour uniform for adventure time, whatever that even is? I didn't hurt or kill animals, rather I took care of them. So she copied where it said, I go hunting. So that wasn't true. Nope, I would love to share my thoughts and feelings with someone who cares to listen. he said, in reply to her asking if he liked talking to himself. What else have you told me that isn't true? Don't get you, he said, in reply to her asking if they have a different colour uniform for adventure time. What's your favourite colour? Blue. You said this is one of your favourite colours. Uniform colour brackets adventure time. I assume that means you have a different colour uniform for adventure time. Nope. Then why did you tell me about adventure time? I still don't know what it is. I like candlelight dinners, explained our man. Eating in nice Chinese restaurants. I like YouTube. That's good, pal, because you're going to be on it. Enjoy movies, especially sci-fi and horror. Music, videos, online, games, and travelling to places. Random. So I was right, you do like talking to yourself and ignoring what I'm saying. Two can play that game, you know. Yes, diddle-diddle. What's your favourite museum? Don't get you, he said, in reply to her saying, two can play that game, you know. You'll find out. You ignore everything I say, so I'll ignore everything you say. You can tell me when you get fed up with me totally ignoring you and decide you'd like a proper conversation. Vatican Museum, what about you? Sorry, don't feel sad, he said, in reply to her saying he ignored everything that she said. I don't mean to miss or ignore what you say. I'm okay. I listen to music all the time. I like R&B, rap, dance and high life. My favourite song, I Won't Let Go, Rascal Flatts. I like Post Malone too. Denise decided to enter into the spirit of the game he was playing and declared, chocolate tarts are my favourite thing that my son brings me on Saturday mornings. It's very late here, I should go to bed. I do my laundry on Friday afternoons and sometimes on Monday as well. Oh, glad to know that, he said, about the chocolate tarts. All right, text me when you get up early in the morning. Good night. Sound sleep, dear. I would love to hear from you when you wake. Hugs and kisses. Good morning to the most gorgeous woman ever. I cannot even imagine starting my day without thinking about you. Have a nice day. Denise decided to burst into song. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. Glad to read that. Hope you had enough rest last night, sweetheart. Any plans ahead today? I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Wow! Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. Okay, what are you doing? Singing a song, tra-la. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. Okay, how are you feeling today? How's your family? But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, and they turn your dream to shame. Round and round the ragged rascals ran a relay race, then realised they'd only learned their alphabet as far as M, so mindlessly muddled, made much more mayhem. And then she copied the bit where she'd said, You ignore everything I say, so I'll ignore everything you say. You can tell me when you get fed up with my totally ignoring you and decide you'd like a proper conversation. To which our man replied, Yes, that's part of life, my love. We just have to go by how it provide, babe. I don't smoke or drink. Do you smoke? Do you drink? So apparently he wasn't ready to have a proper conversation just yet. And so Denise informed him, I like planet bouncing. It's my new favourite hobby. You throw the dice, bounce off a planet numbered 1 to 12, and see where you land. I might add that one to the list of girls' hobbies. I think I'll land at 6, he said. Landings at LHR happen every 90 seconds and have done for many years. About how many years are we talking about here? Time is an illusion, best known to Einstein and the denizens at ATC, or air traffic control for long. What's all this you're talking about? You're really getting me confused. And so she pasted again, where she'd said, You can tell me when you get fed up with me totally ignoring you and decide you'd like a proper conversation. That was just a phrase. Stop that. No, it wasn't a phrase. It was a statement of fact, she said, pasting again what she'd said. Let's chat as adult. OK, so you've decided it's really annoying when the person you're talking to totally ignores you and just types randomness from a list in your case. Good idea. It was your idea not to. Yes, I understand that, my love. Awesome. Yes, babe. What are your plans this afternoon? I'm going to go into town to do my shopping, said Denise, realising that this was Friday morning and she was talking to someone. I usually get the 10:30 bus into town on Friday morning, but there are roadworks at the end of my road, so the buses aren't running today. My friend Barbara's going to take me after lunch. OK, that's good to know, my love. And what are your plans for this festive? I wish I was there to drive you around the town, and to the shopping as well, my love. I'm going to my son and his family on Christmas Eve. They live in Godalming. OK, that's good to know. I'm really going to miss you when you're gone, but I hope we will still have a way to contact each other, my love. What will you do for Christmas? Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite convinced this is two people, but maybe not. Maybe just every so often his brain misfires. Or perhaps I should say every so often his brain actually fires, but mostly it misfires. Who knows? Nothing special. We'll just be going to my dad's mini airplanes. What do you mean by that? My dad has mini airplanes that works in Dubai, but they're now faulty and have to go see what's the problem and see how fast I can solve it. My dad has mini airplanes that works in Dubai. What on earth does that mean? And why are you writing like a 5-year-old? What do you mean? Exactly what I said. What does my dad has mini airplanes that works in Dubai mean? That sounds like something a 5-year-old would say. What's all this disrespect? What's all this typing like a kid? Please tell me what my dad has mini airplanes that works in Dubai means, and please retype it like a mature adult. Yes, he owns an aircraft. That's what I meant. An aircraft, not mini airplanes. Make up your mind. Tell me about the plane that he owns, please. Yes, I'll tell you about that, babe, after you get back from your shopping. You can tell me now. Barbara isn't coming for another 3 hours. What kind of plane is it? Or do you need time to go and read about planes? No, that's not the issue here, said our man. I think some of us might disagree with that. No, OK. I don't know. She'll be coming in about 3 hours' time. Sorry about that. She's coming at 2 p.m. He had turbo pop, twin piston and 2 single-engine aircraft. Oh, but what does he have now? You said he owns an aircraft. What does he own now? It's a turbo pop, a high-speed fizzy drink. They're not in good shape to fly. That's the information I heard from the workers, so I will have to go to see for my... what? They're not in good shape to fly. That's the information I heard from the workers, so I will have to go see for my eyes. I thought I'd leave that bit in to amuse you all. That doesn't answer my question, as usual. You said he owns an aircraft. What does he own now? I'm not asking about what he had. I'm asking about what he has now. That's what I listed for you. Yes, he still have all of them. No, you said he had those. I'm asking what he has now. You said he owned an aircraft, but just not in good shape. Which aircraft does he own now? Are you reading what I'm saying, or just talking to yourself again? He owns turbo pop, twin piston and 2 single-engine aircraft. Oh, so the high-speed fizzy one and 2 others. If my maths is correct, that makes 3, not an. But I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've had to do such complicated addition. Sorry, I can't type properly this morning. I added because I'd had to edit 2 of those things for typos. OK, my dear. So is there anything you want to know about again? I thought you were an army sergeant truck driver, but you're also qualified in aircraft maintenance. No, he said. That belongs to my late dad. Well, it does. And how is that an answer to my question? Did you read my question? So it's equally mine, and have to maintain it when it's going bad. That also isn't an answer to my question. Did your dad die while we were talking, or are you just typing random irrelevant rubbish again? He's dead 3 years ago. But just a few minutes ago he was the owner of 3 planes, she said, copying where he'd said he owns turbo pop, twin piston and the rest. Did he have to re-register them when he got to heaven? How do you think? That's the properties he left behind. You said he owns. You can't own anything if you're dead, so he was alive when you typed that. Or are you really as thickly wombled, dimple-brained and twaddly-struck as you sound? LOL, that's funny with your understanding. I think I preferred it when you just talked random redonkulousness to yourself. Are you really genuinely, honestly, sincerely telling me that you don't know the difference between owns, present tense, happening now, and owned, past tense, no longer happening? It isn't funny. Your inability to type anything that makes sense is alarming, to say the least. And you still haven't answered my question, which I'll screenshot to save typing it again. I thought you were an army sergeant truck driver, but you're also qualified in aircraft maintenance. What's all this? Read it carefully for better understanding, said Denise. Assuming you are able to understand, obviously. We can start with this. Are you really, genuinely, honestly, sincerely telling me that you don't know the difference between owns, present tense, and you know the rest? I'm a military man and a truck driver as well, but I inherited the aircrafts from my late dad, Denise repeated herself. Read it slowly if necessary. I can simplify it for you. Do you know the difference between owns and owned? So he thought he'd video call her. Hello. You're going to talk to me, you're just going to play some awful African music. It's very rude to call and not speak, you know. I can't decide if you're just rude or stupid. Can't see your face, he said. It's very rude to call and not speak. I can't see yours either. Are you just rude? Or rude and stimply fumbled? And it wasn't really a difficult question. Do you know the difference between owns and owned? And so he called her again. Hello, are you going to do the courtesy of speaking this time?
Hello. Hello, Denise.
Yeah, hello. You are going to speak this time.
Good speaking to you. How you doing?
I'm all right. I was better till you started talking rubbish. Why do you talk?
What you doing now?
Why do you talk so much rubbish?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't really get much into the conversation.
I don't know what that means. Why do you talk so much rubbish?
Why do I talk so much rubbish?
Yeah, it's a question. Why do you talk so much rubbish?
It's, let's say, you kind of finding my typing gibberish.
Yeah, that's a good description. I hadn't thought of that word, but yeah, gibberish is a good way of describing a lot of what you've said. Well, you haven't typed it, have you? Most of it you just copied and pasted, let's be honest.
Sorry, I've been kind of gibberish with my text, but I think I've confirmed my doubts now, so I think I've confirmed my doubts now, so we can get text cool and also have real good conversations now.
Well, I've been looking forward to real good conversation. Do you know the difference between owns and owned? It's a question, and we're not having any more conversation until you answer it. Do you know the difference between owns and owned?
I know the difference between owns and owned.
Right.
Owned means you've had it for a long while, like and then you've lost access to it. And owns means you still got access to what you holding or what you have access to.
Awesome. So tell me how your dad still got access to an aeroplane when he's been dead for 3 years, or did he send an angel to fly it for you?
What?
YouTube's going to love you. You did say you liked YouTube, didn't you? Is that right? Did you say you like YouTube?
Yeah, I love YouTube.
You love YouTube. That's awesome, because you're going to love your appearance on it. I might even send you the link. You did say your dad owns, as in OWNS, that your dad owns 3 aeroplanes. Well, you didn't actually. You said he owns one.
He owned.
He disappeared. That's a shame.
No, I didn't disappear. Dad is deceased. So he owned.
Yeah, that's not what you said, though, is it?
Oh, then I'll say it's a typing mistake or typo.
Yeah, I knew you weren't reading anything I said. You just copy and paste stuff from your list, don't you, and don't bother to read what I'm saying. Yeah, I thought so. Can you read?
I can read, but that's a crazy question because I'm talking to you.
Yeah, talking and reading are 2 different skills.
I understand, but
You know, people talked long before they developed writing, and therefore they didn't need to read, but they still talked to each other. I imagine they did.
That's very true. Even uneducated people know how to speak good English.
Yeah, it's a shame you aren't an educated people, isn't it? Oh, there's a squirrel on the roof outside my window. You didn't need to know that, but there is.
There is what?
A squirrel on the roof outside my window. On next door's roof, there's a squirrel.
Oh my! There's a loophole, right?
Oh, what? A loophole? I didn't understand what you said.
Hold on. I know. Let me just call you back in 5 minutes, yeah?
Oh, I can hardly wait. Well, I mean, I suppose I can wait for 5 minutes, can't I?
I'll call you back.
Yeah, I doubt it, but, can live in hope.
Okay, Denise. It's really good talking to you.
Oh, yeah, thrilling.
I'll call you back.
Yeah, don't forget to say hi to all your fans on YouTube when you do. It's a great pleasure talking to you over the phone, he said when the call had ended. I'm here now. I hope I got to tell you the difference over the phone, right? Said our man, who'd obviously had to go away and look it up. And tell me what you have on your mind to ask, as I can see you have whole loads of questions waiting. ? Yes. Are you qualified in aircraft maintenance? Nope. I have absolutely no knowledge about aircraft maintenance. I have to check in with the caretaker of the aircrafts to know their current condition. OK, so you have to find a mechanic to fix them for you. Why don't you just sell them? Firstly, I have to check on them and then find a mechanic who's highly recommended in maintaining aircrafts. I have to follow up the legal process in other to do this. I can't just stand up a day and sell them. Why not? You've owned them for 3 years. I had the aircrafts for 3 years, but they were all under the care of the caretaker, and he's responsible for the maintaining and other activities, and I never visited Dubai for inspections either. I'll just say yes. Why would you just say yes? And tell me, don't you know more about the legalities entailed in selling an inherited property? I have no idea about the law in Dubai or LA, or wherever your father lived. In the UK, once you've been granted probate, you're free to dispose of any assets left to you once they've been valued for inheritance tax. Disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I know nothing about probate, and that's very likely wrong. Do you know more about the legalities entailed in selling an inherited property? I've never sold an inherited property, and the reason I asked is if you had ideas about how it's walked through. You'd need to find a lawyer in whichever country your father lived in. Was he a US citizen? A Dubai citizen? Don't you have any close friends or family who have businesses in Dubai? No? What a strange question. You must have been dealing with a lawyer when he died. Ask that lawyer. Barbara's just arrived. I'm going out now. How's this is a strange question, he said, and I'm still waiting for messages from you. Kisses. I'll be working with the lawyer through the caretaker, as he's been in possession of absolutely every legal documentation since Dad died. I just got home and put my shopping away. Was your dad a citizen of Dubai? Glad to know that. How many times will I have to ask? Was your dad a citizen of Dubai? My dad wasn't a citizen of Dubai, but he paid all legal taxes, I'm sure, and had permit to have his business situated there in Dubai. Then all his affairs should have been handled by a lawyer from whichever country he was a citizen of, which obviously you aren't going to tell me unless I ask at least 3 times, and that gets very boring. Sorry for my late response. The caretaker was in charge of all the proceedings when Dad died, and he'll be in a good position to give me these answers, other necessary information needed in the legal formalities. OK, I see I will have to keep asking, so tedious. Which country was your father a citizen of? Dad is a citizen of the USA. I thought he was dead. Yeah, Dad was a citizen of the USA. OK. How was your shopping and the errands you made? I didn't make any errands. I got my shopping in the market and we went for tea and cake in a cafe. I had a lovely slice of chocolate cake. Do you bake cakes? Yes, I do when I have much time, and I'm a good chef as well. OK, that's great. Wish I was there to give you a company. It was very busy in town. It's the last Friday before Christmas. Everyone was doing their shopping. All right, I'm about to get dressed for patrolling. I'm on night shift. That's cool. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, ready to move with the patrol troops. Okay. What are you doing? I thought you were just leaving to move. Yeah, good night, sweetheart. I'll text you a message immediately I'm back from patrols. Bye-bye for now. Okay. Hugs and kisses. Good morning, beautiful. I must be the luckiest man to be able to spend my life with a gorgeous woman like you. Hearts and kisses. Have a nice weekend. Good morning. My son and grandsons are coming this morning. They always come on Saturday mornings if they can. Good morning. How was your night's sleep? I had a long-ass patrol, but was able to catch some sleep. How many grandsons do you have? I have 3 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. The 2 youngest live in Godalming. They're coming with my son this morning. Oh, that's cute. Christmas is all about love and family. It's always good to spend quality time with your children and grandchildren. I'm a very lucky lady. I can see that from a mile away, and I really would love to spend some time getting to know you more and eventually meet up to spend romantic times in the near future, he said, sending 2 photographs of a man who's clearly younger than Denise's children. And if the person that you're talking to online sends you photographs of a young man or a young woman who's clearly much younger than you are and much more gorgeous than you are, just think very carefully about who you might be talking to. Would the person in those photographs really be interested in you? And I don't mean that with any disrespect for you, but Denise is in her mid-70s. Would a young man in his 30s really be interested in her? And if you're an ordinary-looking middle-aged man, do you really think that gorgeous young model with extra-large assets would be interested in you? And so Denise's family arrived for the morning while I completed this video. And to find out what happens next, you're going to have to watch episode 2. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in episode 2.